In this video, I have 3 shooting centers, 3 stretch bigs that you can use in the park in NBA 2K25 and go crazy. You should be able to get rebounds with these builds, be able to shoot with these builds, be able to play defense with the build, do it all basically. So in this video, I got 3 of them. They rough drafts. You can kind of customize it however you want when you get your hands on the game and make it any way you want to make it. Remember, you can do what you want to do. You don't have to do it exactly how I did it. Let's get to the build. All right, so for the first one, we're going to talk more like a 6'8 type stretch popper type build. You know, one that you can run in the park. This is more like a park build. You know, everybody always got them a little 6'8 center. So from running it from the top, we got a 78 close shot that was automatically upgraded. Now, if you're looking at the build, you like, it's not a great dunker build, and that's because I didn't make it to dunk. Really, I made it to shoot and play defense more. I didn't really make it to dunk. So we won't really have a driving layup, you know what I'm saying? So don't trip about the driving layup. Drive and dunk, you can dunk, but we're not yamming. This is not the point of the build. We do have rise up, so you will be able to do standing dunks under the paint. You do have post fade phenom, so you have the ability to actually be a post type player with this stretch build. So this stretch build allows you to be like a post slash stretch. This is basically stretch build right here. This is basically a stretch build. Mid range at 90. Should give you good jump shots. We don't know which ones are the meta yet, but 90 should basically give you every possible good jumper. You're gonna get post fade phenom, set shot specialist gold, shifty shooter silver, and the reason it's silver is because of the agility. We're gonna talk about the agility. The agility I probably could have got it up. We need a 72 agility. Now that's something that you could cap break. You could cap break both of these actually. So you cap break 1, you will get a 91 midi, and then you cap break 2 on agility, you'll get gold shifty shooter. So that's something to add to it. Remember, you can cap break everything. I just added stuff that I think gonna be a little bit more expensive, you know. So yeah, shifty shooter, you just +1 it with a cap breaker, and you +2 it with agility, and you got gold shifty shooter. 98 free throw, it was just cheap. It's one of the things that's just dirt cheap. Like 91, you can fling that ball up the court and do the break starter passes. Like, you're a reliable passer. You know me, I like passing on my build. So, you know, that's what I do on this one. Ball handle, you got a decent ball handle. Now, I wasn't trying to prioritize the ball handle really, but yeah. But the pass accuracy, if you wanted to, you see that, you can make it Hall of Fame if you add cap breakers to it. So you get a bunch of cap breakers, you change every build basically. 88 interior D will give you basically gold off ball, paint patroller, and post lockdown. So you'll be able to shut the paint down for the most part. Remember, you more of a stretch inside type build. Perimeter D, you got enough. You got challenger, so you can, if you get switched on somebody, you can hold your own a little bit. But as a stretch, we're not really a strong defender. This is just more of a shooting build, you know. Here we got enough to get interceptor, which is cool. That's all we really need, just bronze interceptor. Block, we got high flying denier, and then we got paint patroller. Enough to kind of hold your little place, hold your place. Remember, we're a stretch, so we're not going to get a lot of offensive rebounds anyway. You're going to be pulling from deep. You're going to be pulling from limitless range. You're not going to get offensive rebounds. You're shooting. So you're going to be mainly get defensive rebounds. So this is why I always focus on defensive rebounds on more shooting center builds. You got 83 speed, so any big dummy you go against, you're faster than. And remember that we could have made more agility, and then the vert, that might be the weakness of the build. We might have to, I ain't gonna lie, I might have to adjust it around to give them a little bit more vert. So like it is, like I said, these builds are unfinished. These are just templates to give you, you know, gauges off stuff. So of course you can make these better once you get the game and understand metas and all that. But this is basically the 6'8 version of the build. Let me see, this is the final one right there. Not any real changes from the original that you saw. And it's gonna have shades of Nikola Jokic, Bill Laimbeer, and Bam. And what's the name of this build? I don't remember the name. Alright, so the name of this build is called a two-way 3-level playmaker. Cool name. Cool name. Let me show you the 6'9". So the 6'9" stretch a little bit different. You have a little bit different requirements. I made it similar but different. So the 6'9", we got an 85 close shot. That's gonna give you paint prodigy, hook specialist, and all that. So you actually got some posts, you know, and all that. We don't have a layup nor driving dunk really, but you can dunk. Standing dunk 72. Remember, we're a stretch, so I'm kind of focusing more on shooting and post. Shooting and post was what I was more focused on with some defense. These are stretch offensive builds. So post up poet, unpluckable, hook specialist, post fade phenom, and then you got like a post powerhouse. So it's another shooting stretch type build that got some defense. All right, so this one I gave the midi. I went ahead and gave it to him, the shifty shooter. So this one's gonna get shifty shooter gold, as you see. And if you do a max one, you can get a Hall of Fame. All right, so that's one thing you can do. We got limitless range on this build, so he'll be able to hit limitless range. You can use the max one on that if you want to. So this is like, you see that low pass accuracy? That's what I regret about this one. This one, I don't like that it has low pass. So honestly, if I were to redo it, I'd adjust a few things to make sure the pass is a little higher. But I'm just giving y'all a couple different looks, you know, to see which one you kind of would like to go off of the template first. Remember, we can't touch ball handle speed with ball, other stuff move with it. Interior D, we got basically like paint patroller, off ball pass, post move, lockdown. That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get challenger at 72, which will help you, you know, be able to at least stand your ground a little bit. Yeah, it'll help you stand your ground. We got a 60 for an interceptor. We got 84 again. This time we will get high flight in our bronze, pogo, and paint patroller. These are just stretch builds that you can use. Once again, for rebound, you want to always go more defensive than offensive. Why would you max out offensive rebound when you're gonna be shooting the ball most of the time, or you're gonna be spacing the floor? In most cases, you're not gonna get any offensive rebounds. You're gonna get defensive. So that's what I do with stretches. 78 speed. Ability is gonna give him shifty shooter. Once again, if you want it higher, you can upgrade it with max 1. Strength, we got box up, brick wall, immovable, post lockdown, and post powerhouse. The ability, and remember, you can cap break some of these stat lines like interior D up here. You can cap break and get some of these higher. If you look right here on post move lockdown, it was 88 to get gold, and all you have to do is just add 4 and you'll get it. Okay, and then vert a little bit higher with this one. Most of the time stretches don't have crazy vert because you spend all your money on shooting. Final build basically, and let me see what it's called. This build is called a what? You got shades of Evan and Draymond. Evan and Draymond, 6'9", what we call now? We're called a two-way, 3-level scoring threat. I don't know if that's a new name or not, but anything with 3-level, cringe. I hate that word 3-level. So finally, we got the 6'11". So the 6'11", the reason I made him 6'11", not 7 foot, you don't get shifty shooter at 7 foot, if I recall. I think that's why I did it. So this is the stat line of the build. You get an aerial wizard. We not stretches. You don't really try to shoot. I mean, you don't really try to finish, bro. So this is why I'm not prioritizing finishing on a stretch, because in most cases you don't. Bronze rise up is good enough. That's really all you need to do. In this stretch, I don't really have post on them. That was the other one. The 6'9" one, I gave more post. I gave you 3 different looks of a stretch, basically, and how you can do it. And you see this one, I end up having a 90 mid-range. Right here instead of a 91. Same thing you can do though. You can do the same thing. But 90 actually gave me gold set shot specialist. But the reason I didn't focus on 91 is because we couldn't get it anyway. We couldn't get it, we want to. So I just did 90 because it's, you know, it's solid. You probably get a good jumper with it. You got dead eye. So yeah, that's why I did that. 87 pass accuracy is good enough. You should be okay with the 87 pass accuracy. Remember, the second build didn't really have the strongest. That might be more of a park build. This one, you a little bit more safe. A little bit more safe. Interior D, I gave it room for cap breaking, so you can cap break this to 88 if you would like to. The ability to defend the paint on and off the ball, as well as contest shots near the rim. Post lockdown, off ball pest. Okay. Perimeter D, when you get this big, ain't no point in perimeter D, in my opinion. You a big dummy now. Anything over 6'9", you're heading towards big dummy range. So 660 still, just to get intercepted. I feel like all centers should have that as a baseline. See, this one we got paint patroller silver. Offensive rebound ain't the best. Defensive rebounds, because we are a stretch, we're spreading the floor, we're not cramping the paint. Inside centers do more of that. Stretches do more of this. Okay. Box out beast. I gave you room to actually make this better. So you get 2 spaces and you can do it Hall of Fame. You just need 2 more. So that's easy. Bow Bow as a cap breaker. There you go. So that's something that you can do too. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all options. Giving y'all options. Speed, he's slow, but he's strong. Build. But let's see what the build is. Jack, Sigma, Nikola, and Sabonis is a 6'11 stretch. And we got, what's the name of this build? This name of this build is a 2-way stretch 5 playmaker. Wow. That is a banger name. That is a banger name. Ooh, that's fire. That is a fire name. I like that name. I like the name. W name. If you made this fun of you, a W stretch playmaker name. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed the video, man. Leave a like, sub if you're new. Just giving y'all a little gauge at some gameplay of some of the stretches I was messing around with. If y'all enjoyed the video, leave a like, sub if you're new, man. Here go another video right there on the screen. You can check that one out next.